Anton, the point I'm trying to make is it's easy to say what you wouldn't do until you've been prompted and positioned to say that, right? So what I'm saying to Pink Pill is that it's easy to say you would not put up with a man who is cheating on you if he had $1 billion in the bank versus a man who only had $25,000 in the bank. It's easy to say what you wouldn't do until you had that man in front of you.
Okay, I'm engaged to a guy who's got $5 million in the bank, and I'll tell you what: if he said to me, I'm providing for you, I've got this lovely house for you, I pay all the bills, I should be able to cheat, I would say goodbye.
He's not, but he might not come out and say that to you. You might find out through the grapevine that he's been
And
cheating.
I'll say goodbye too.
You leaving?
All the
I'm
women,
leaving.
I think that's the issue. They all say
But you're not gonna make me ugly and miserable. If I could get him, I can get another. I'm gonna be
Okay,
52
but then you
years
get
old.
another who's
I'm a pretty cute
50K,
girl. I can find somebody
and he's
else.
still gonna cheat on you too. You cool with that?
Wait, you said you're gonna be how old?
I'm gonna be 52 in July.
Oh, you don't even look
You
52.
look good.
Girl,
What?
Thank you.
You look good.
You look in your 30s.
Oh,
Thank
really?
you.
You
Thank
do
you.
it.
But it's something I'm too
real?
old
I
for
thought
this.
you were
Like you guys, it's you get older and you're just like, nah, no. Life is too short to be miserable and have money. I just trust me. I know. Just no, it's not. You're not gonna make me ugly. You're not gonna make me ugly, stressing me out.
You
No.
know, Pink Pill, you
No one
are.
can make you ugly, girl.
You
No,
doing
that's
this.
the
You
woman.
know, if you
Every
were
woman has a price,
anybody
though.
else, if you were anybody else, Anton would have said, "Well, you already hit the wall, so it don't matter." But to be honest, I don't. You stayed there before in the past. You say women will play with
No, you know what it is.
and then
I meet energy with energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if somebody disagrees with me, but they have a different type of sentiment of how they communicate it,
Mhm.
and you can say anything to anybody if you say it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And what women's superpower is their femininity. So when you in particular get extra masculine and extra, how will you get? It comes off. No,
Get masculine. I've never
I'm not
called you
gonna
out your name like you called me out of mine, but okay.
what?
Yes. You got nasty.
Anyways, like I said,
But I'm saying I've never
when
done that.
women step outside of their mask, step outside of their femininity,
Femininity.
and they move differently, they get a different response. You can say anything. Women can say anything to anybody if they frame it right. And so I don't have to agree 100% with what you say, but at the same time, I'm gonna meet you most of the time with whatever it is that you present to me. And I don't want to live in an echo chamber. I say that every single day. I don't want to live in a space where people can't be authentically themselves, but how you communicate it is often at times the energy that you receive back, and especially for a woman.
I don't think it's ever been the way that they deliver. I think when you used to say, if you are a certain age and are past a certain age, you trying to have certain standards is ridiculous. You have
I tell you what, I give you the perfect example. I've known Q for years.
yes.
Me and Q have made a lot of fucking money together. Me and Q have disagreed on a whole lot of stuff, both in person and off camera.
True.
Me and Q has never, ever, not one time in all of the years that I've known her, have ever got into an argument. Not one. We have never got into an argument. You know why? Because Q handles me according to how she wants to be treated. She communicates with me a certain way. She looks and pays attention to my sentiment. She talks to me at certain times when she knows it's best to talk. She moves around me accordingly. And so as a result, Q can get anything she wants. There is nothing that Q can ask me for that she would not get. If Q said, Anton, I want a new car right now, she would have it tomorrow.
I got a daddy. I'll ask him.
I'm telling you the truth. Q, because Q is so dope. Matter of fact, I'll tell you this too. Q has never asked me for a dime, not one dime in our entire existence. She has never asked me for a dime, but I'm gonna always make sure that she's taken care of, and it's a reason for that. is because she moves a certain way with me, and she stays in her frame and she stays in her femininity, which ultimately is a thing that pays off every single time. But when women don't know how to move, y'all need some fucking classes. Honest to God, most of y'all, 80% of y'all need classes on how to move around men, and you would get the results that you want. Y'all would be fucking married. Y'all would have all of the money. Y'all would have all of the opportunity. You wouldn't have to work if you didn't want to, but you would work because you wanted to. You could get everything that y'all want, but for whatever reason, y'all just can't step outside of that shit, and y'all just let the devil just take y'all over. I don't get that shit.
And I just want to say all that applies to women who are what? Just so that I understand.
It applies to all women. All women.
Yeah, all women are kind of being kind of gross. I mean, I've just been noticing all women have been like, I don't know what it is. Social media, they've been kind of gross, and it's not.
They're classless. They're classless. They're masculine. They're tacky. They're uneducated. They have no morals. They don't stand on anything.
I'll do you one better.
I mean, it's been encouraged for years. Nobody said that.
I'll do you one better. And there's people in the chat that work with me. There's people in the chat that work for me. All of that. Every woman that has ever got anything out of me has never even asked for it. I just am generous because I just want to see them win. Not one woman is in the chat or anybody that Molly will tell you.
I think it's bad taste for a woman to ask a married man for any materialistic.
Missing it. We're not even talking about a relationship.
Yeah, I know that,
I'm talking about. I preface it by saying all of the women that has worked with me and all of the women that work.
I know. I'm just saying out of respect, like, because when you say ask me for stuff, just like you mentioned before, I'm thinking don't ask a man with a family to buy you anything. That's what I'm saying. Out of respect, I would assume that the women that you keep in company would not ask you.
You must don't know my wife. Rita will tell Q or tell any of them, hey, you better get this out. Anton doing this, girl, don't pick up that. See, that's the thing. Is that all of these women are also really cool with my wife too.
Mm-hmm. I would assume so.
Yeah, I think he's speaking towards the fact that, like you said, women who do operate in their femininity, that is our superpower. That is our superpower. Like when some women say, oh, I can be feminine for the right person. I just don't understand that because I can't turn my femininity off.
Mercedes about to get a 10-day contract in a minute right now.
Can't articulate themselves, I believe, say things like
Mercedes about to get a 10-day.
A
10-day contract.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later. She ain't said but 17 words. She about to get a 10-day contract.
I know. I'm ready to say.
Hey, but while we here, I want to give a big shout out to the chat. If y'all are in the chat, make sure y'all hit that like button on the stream and show some love to everybody on the panel, y'all.
I think going back, sorry, Justin, funny. I think going back to what Justin Dalen said, I don't think all women can be bought. Now, a lot of women can be bought because that's all that's their number one priority. They want a man with money and they'll do whatever, they'll accept anything. But not all women are like that. I'm sorry. That's for me. When I hear women say that, or women say, "Well, I'll accept this if he makes $10 million or he a millionaire." To me, now I'm thinking, what type of woman are you?
Well, I want to point something out, Q, because in the Black community specifically, when something is said, Black people hear something else, and I won't act like I'm above that or anything. But when we speak to the reality, people think that that's you adopting the reality and then trying to push it on someone. I'm gonna say that again. I'm a Dr. Umar you again. When you speak to the reality, people assume that you accept that as your own and now are trying to put that on others. So when I say women would rather cry in a rave than a Honda Accord, it's because they tell us this. Bitch, I'm getting in that rave. You get your ass in that Honda.
Well, what does that say for her then?
But hold on. The point is that all women are not a monolith. That all of them are different and all of them have different preferences or all of them have different standards based off of whatever it is that they experience. And so in the same way that men are not a monolith and You may be able to speak to the majority, but you can't tell somebody specifically after they tell you what they stand for that they wouldn't do it if they've already lived it.
You have to wait until somebody does that and then say that. Because I don't know, unless you're saying implying that Jess did that specifically to Miss Pink Pill.
I'm not implying anything for anybody. I'm speaking in general.
So Dalen, what's your price, Dalen?
Price of what? To be cheated on?
No. That's a perfect question, Q.
What's your
I know you don't favor me, but please do not cut me.
Why do you think I don't? Wait. Don't assume I don't favor you. What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about Anton because you
okay.
asked me something and here he come, ready to give me a smoke. Hold on. Go ahead, Q.
No, I was asking, right? You
didn't
said
hear
this.
the original question the first time?
What's my price? But I want, if she was going to expound more, I'm going to let her.
What is your price? What is your price to put up with what you just said?
Cheating. That's it. That's what I was speaking to. Cheating.
What is your price?
LeBron James money.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know how much money he has, but
you know how many men make what he makes?
If the metric of measure is money that you want to use, you can't, because I'm broke as hell. I can't say
so
that.
You're broke as hell.
So Dalen,
a more realistic.
I have a question.
Wait, hold on. If you're broke as hell, LeBron shouldn't be your metric.
But that's not what we were talking. You asked me a question, and then when people
let me revise it. What's the minimum? What's the minimum of his?
With you.
What's his minimum net worth?
See, that's the thing. How in the hell can I say a man with? Are we talking a thousandaire? Are we talking?
You tell us.
He has to make a year.
Okay, the last person that cheated on you, how much was he making?
Wait, I'm gonna get to you, Miss Nikki.
That's the question. The last person that cheated on you, how much was he making? Is that relatable enough?
Oh, raise your hand if you haven't been cheated on.
I've been cheated on.
That's what I thought. Wow, y'all
one mic. Just say that one more time. What you say?
No, Miss Nikki, I didn't hear Q's question before.
One mic. What is the minimum that you will accept for a man to make, salary-wise, yearly, for him he could be able to cheat?
I don't fall into those trap questions.
Oh, come on now. Don't ask. No.
Don't do that. Don't do that. If you're asking me, I don't know the amount of money, but we were speaking to specifically about LeBron. We know for a fact LeBron James is a millionaire, and I'm saying if I was Savannah and he was cheating, I would shut up.
No. Y'all told Pink that everybody got a price.
No, we didn't. I just said that. Thank you.
I said y'all. She's just said it, and you agreed.
No, I didn't. I did not tell Miss Pink Pill that she should.
All right. Let's just. Okay, so you didn't say.
We asking the wrong person.
No. Nope.
And Q is telling you.
What's the minimum that he got to make in order for him to get away on the bullshit?
I would. If we're just talking about cheating, I'm telling you now. I have no idea the minimum amount of money that a man can make that can take care of himself and me and our family and set us up for life. I really don't know what that minimum number is.
Jess has been thinking about this for a while, so I'm sure she has a decent answer.
Hey, Jess, I'm a regular woman, so a regular man can't.
Jess, what's the minimum that he got to make to be able to cheat on?
See, Dalen just said this. Just because you are saying what majority of women would do does not mean you necessarily subscribe to that. So for me,
you said every woman got a price. You said
yes, I do believe 20%.
Zero is a price.
So what's your price?
Thank you, Dalen. Zero.
Wait a minute.
So cap.
See, and then when you tell your truth, then you a liar.
Then I'm lying.
Wait. How can you say wait? How can you say every woman has a price, but then you
zero
say
is not a price?
Not you.
Zero is not. Are we talking about me specifically?
Wait, why did you get pushback though? If that was the case.
Hold on, Q. Do every woman got a price?
Right now, that's all.
Zero is free. It's free 99.
Miss Pink Pill was not wrong for saying I don't care how much
every woman have a price or no.
He's not going to cheat on me. We were saying that women are going to do it anyway, but that's not us saying, hey, because them other bitches are doing it, Miss Pink.
That's
not what we said.
Do every woman got a price?
Well, I just told you now. I know that
Zero's not a
Jalen,
price.
if you didn't say it, then why you keep replying?
Only because I don't know, but I think LeBron's a billionaire, right? All I can speak for.
Hold on, give me a second, Jess. Do every woman got a price?
I do believe they do.
So what is your price?
Me personally, cheating is not something I tolerate. So for me,
then you don't have a price.
So every woman doesn't have a price.
He didn't say.
Yeah, there's two people on this panel who
I
doesn't
didn't say
know
I
a price like
subscribe
you
to
and
it.
me, Jazz.
I'm just saying most women would rather cry
Yes.
in a Cybertruck than a hoopty.
It's like the comments are going around and around and over y'all heads. Like, stop.
Thank you. Just because I said I believe
bid.
everyone has a price.
The word every means every. You said every.
What makes y'all think that? Hold on, wait. Y'all not like
Just say
breaking down
most.
this shit. Like this isn't like a deep conversation. We not covering something that ain't never covered before. So let's not act like we just going far into the swamp here.
Just say most, not every.
Why y'all acting like y'all just don't
Well, I'll
want to
change
say
it to most. I
no,
believe most
no,
have
you
a
just
price.
don't want to you just don't want to admit what your price is.
I don't have a price. I really don't.
Yes.
Or maybe it could be.
Yes,
I really
you do. You got a
And the fact that
prize.
y'all really think that I do, I find it very comical. Like I had to just laugh at that.
Jess, talk to me.
Anton, I'm talking
Nobody
to you.
is here but me and you. Nobody is here but me and you, all right? Jess, come on.
Anton, I'm being 100% honest.
Give me ballpark me. Jess.
Are we talking about cheating?
Okay, Jess.
No, hold on. Let me kick it. Let me kick it with my homegirl Jess. Jess, listen, you know I don't really follow nobody on Instagram, right?
I know.
I think I followed. Did I follow you? I think I followed you. Yeah, okay. You looking good. You lost all of that weight. You holding it down. You slim and trim in the waist. I like that. So what do it take? Jess.
Just because I'm giving you a perspective of, I'll just say most or majority of women doesn't mean I subscribe to that.
Jess,
we
could
got on me and
fix
Dana for crucifying Anonymous for saying he was lying about his daughter if his daughter got touched. But if I say the same thing, then it's an issue.
Jess, you moving the goalposts. I'm just trying to understand.
No, I'm not. Okay,
I know that you are a pro. I know that you pro-black. I know you want to fix the community. I know you want to do a lot of philanthropic work. What kind of number can we do with the philanthropic work?
0. Cheating, I can't do cheating. I'm being so serious.
So if that's the case, then why did you get pink pills? And everybody
because I'm saying majority of women would rather cry in a Cybertruck than a hoopty,
including Jess.
Don't add me in that, Anton.
You know
what
I got
what car would you
cry? Hold on, big dog. You know I got a Cybertruck, right? I got a spare one.
Do you?
I got a Cybertruck.
Why do you have to try in either, though? I mean, the whole thing is like, why would you? So basically you're saying that you've got two cheaters. You want the richer one.
Mm-hmm.
What
That's
about
not saying me? I'm saying a lot of women would rather choose a cheater who's worth $1 billion than a cheater worth $25,000.
Right. Why is that?
Yes, I know, but that just means that you're willing to tolerate cheating, though.
What does that have to do with me?
Because you say everybody.
It's like they
can I just give you some like old lady wisdom right now? Like
I'm
probably like really young, and maybe you don't want to hear this, but that stuff wears on you. It's like once you get what you think you want, then you gotta look at that man, and you've gotta be.
I agree with you.
Deal with that man. You've got to deal with how he treats you, and you're basically being held hostage by this man that you've like shackled yourself to, who kind of thinks he can do and treat you any kind of way. Like,
okay, you're talking to the
it may
majority
sound
of
really
women.
great.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Anton, stop playing with me.
Cybertrucks are ugly as hell, though. I have to say, I wouldn't date a guy in a hoopty or a Cybertruck.
No, that Cybertruck is clean, especially in the inside.
I can't do it. It looks like back from the Thunderdome, that one movie. that Tina Turner would sing, and that's what it reminds me of, like dystopian.
Okay, so let me ask a question.
Wait, hold on, Pink. You can't kill her dreams. She likes.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Wait, she likes Cybertrucks.
What color is yours?
What color is mine?
Yeah.
I got mine wrap white.
Oh, they still look like what's Mad Max and the Thunderdome. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. That's what Jess likes. Jess. I got a new Cybertruck for you, baby.
What year is it?
You mean I just got it like maybe a few months ago. This one.
Okay. All right.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
All right. Let me get to the
Every woman got their preference.
Oh, they about to shoot me up with these super chats.